This is my wife.
Hi.
We were talking about gate 16, which is the primary energy this week. And she had a
Mhm.
observation about
Mhm.
it that I didn't necessarily think about, and I wanted her to share it. And so, with gate 16, enthusiasm, we're talking about skills,
Mhm.
versatility.
Mhm. Well, my observation. At first, I started with a question. I was
Yeah.
asking you if the gates came around the same time every year, and I think you were like yes. So I'm a journaler. I'm an avid journaler, and I have my journals from the past four. This is one of them, but I have like four journals just the past 4 years I was reviewing. So 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. And I saw this theme around all my journals around this time of the year, going from end of May, because I read the end of May through June, and there's a lot of energy around, a lot of talk in my journals about being enthusiastic, feeling really excited about releasing things, stepping into the unknown, trusting myself, trusting the things are complete, almost like a completion energy, and
Mhm.
like okay, I'm ready for the next chapter, whatever it is. And that's what prompted me to ask you, like, does this show up every year? Because as I looked into my journals, I noticed that there was a theme with my journals, and the things were pretty much showing up. That same
Mhm.
theme was showing up every single year. And I was capturing it because I journal about how I feel, what I have going on, what I'm experiencing. And it didn't matter if it was like business, even when we got pregnant with Sage in 2021, like those energies were like, I'm feeling excited, I'm feeling enthusiastic, I'm feeling ready,
Mhm.
I'm feeling open, willing. Those were a lot of the themes I saw in my
Willing.
journals.
I think that's big too.
Willing, yeah.
Yeah, because you got to be willing first. It's like the first step. And
Mhm.
then once you're willing and you accept that, all right, I can do this, then you can start to build that
Mhm.
enthusiasm. So I can
Mhm.
definitely relate, and I felt like that in the previous weeks, like been more willing to go out, look at different projects now to involve myself with, and this week trying or looking for where I can be enthused
Mhm.
about some of these projects.
Mhm. I've been really willing to revisit old projects and like take a look at them from a different
Hmm.
lens. So I play a lot with the tarot, the white tarot, and the hangman card, which is like the upside down card. That's card number 17 from the major arcana portion of the deck came up for us, well, for me reading this week. And that's the energy of looking at things from a different perspective. That's the energy of basically flipping things upside down when you're looking at them. And that has been an energy I've been looking at with a few projects. Like there's the quiz I told you I'm looking to revamp. And I've been thinking about this project a lot. So I actually decided that I was going to stop thinking about this project and get on the phone with somebody that does these things and just kind of talk to them about it. But
Hmm.
even just looking at this from a completely different lens and being open to look at it like I haven't seen it before. So it requires that I have a little bit of amnesia so I can forget everything I know about it. That's something that's been coming up. Restructuring the Self Society, which is the community or like the hub for all of our clients, like and people that want to work with us, that want to be in conversation with us. So some of y'all probably gonna join that space at some point through JP. Like looking at that and like, okay, how do we structure this now? What makes the most sense for us? Like just looking at things from a different angle from what I used to look and being willing to do that, like being willing to release the attachment to things looking a certain way, release the attachment to things being a certain way, like there being a right way or a wrong way, and being willing to see, well, what is the best way, what makes the
Hmm.
most sense for us, which is something that she's working through. I'm much better at it today than ever before.
Yeah. So you were talking about reading your journals and
Mm-hmm.
seeing that you were enthused about other projects. So
Yeah.
yeah, every year, this is particularly the primary energy from the sun, since we're going around the
Mm-hmm.
sun, we're going through those same degrees every year. Maybe it's slightly different by dates, but
Mm-hmm.
it's similar. So there's 64 gates. We typically do 63 of those a year. We could squeeze
Mm.
it in with the number of days, and then there's like a day when there's like not a transit or one of the transits doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Something
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Um,
Interesting. Yeah, I
so
didn't even know because as you're doing like your as you're doing the gates, like I have not looked at it from this lens. So like this is you're bringing that energy in. I'm looking at your notes here, and I see shadow and enlightenment, which is so funny because when we moved to the complex that we live at now, it used to be called Satori. Do you know
mhm.
what Satori means?
I I've looked it up because I have a friend. Her last name is Alicia's last name is Satori
It
as
means
well. Um, I don't remember what it means.
sudden enlightenment.
Ah, okay.
It means sudden enlightenment. So this, like, even looking at what seeing your notes, like working with the shadow, like in my journals, quite a bit of shadow work. Like May was really heavy shadow work energy
Mm,
that ended at like this energy of enthusiasm. Almost, I think one of the journals I talked about feeling like I had just came out of the dark night of the soul, which is this concept around once you go through like basically the darkest before the dawn
hmm
energy and you're really digging through some things and being in your shadow self, looking at your subconscious, looking at the things about you that you may not like that has been something that I've been really looking at this month. And the energy of it is less intense than before because I've been at this for many years now, so it's not new to me. However, that energy is definitely, I also have felt this energy and I've seen it quite a bit playing out through all of my journals throughout the years. It looks a little bit different because experiences are a little bit different. However, the essence of it is the same. So I just saw that on your paper. So I mean, your iPad. So I thought I would mention that as well.
All right.
Um, oh, one more thing that we were just talking about too. Like part of this gate energy is also the energy of tapping into gifts that you may not be
Yes.
utilizing
hmm
that you already have. And we have a whole slew of gifts that we tap into at different times. And last night we actually were able to tap into one of those gifts to help a friend that wanted some support. So like that's something that we hadn't really we've been doing mainly just the two of us. And we were able to like bring another person in into that space and spiritually support them. So that's an example of how that energy is also materializing for us, is how we're like taking this gifts that we have and like helping other people with these things. And I've been aware of that energy since you said
Yeah.
it, because you were like, we're gonna be using our gifts for other things. And at first I was
hmm
like, what does this look like? Where does it fit into society? Because that's what I'm thinking about. And then the experience that happened was very like for me, it came out
hmm
of nowhere. It was very sudden. So being open to those moments where you're presented with these invitations and you're not necessarily like,
Waiting to respond. We're both
yeah,
generators, so it's important for us to wait to respond.
bless
Thank you.
you.
For us to wait to respond, and someone needed our help yesterday, and it was like an immediate yes. Let's help this
hmm
person out. So
Yeah.
using
Yeah.
our skills that we typically don't use. So yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for sharing, babe.
You are welcome. I will send you an invoice.
We're gonna do this more often. I think having your perspective on the channel was great. And if you want to know more about this week's energy, I'll drop the video right here where we go on YouTube of the energy for the week, and you can
That's
get a
it.
recap on enthusiasm, skills, looking at your versatility, and looking at what of your skills you can take and use in a new
hmm
and in different way.
And if you want to learn more about me, you can come check me out at Yunori Pouncil on YouTube. It's my channel, and I talk all about making decisions, trusting yourself, and feeling good about you in your life and how you show up in the world.
Yeah, we'll drop that for you below. She's pretty cool. I like her.
See you soon.
Thank
Hasta luego.
you.
Bye.